Hi, my dear friends, welcome to the healing room. Are you ready to change your life? Have you ever thought about how much power you hold within yourself to shift your reality? Affirmations are not just words, they are tools of transformation. Today, we're going to embark on a journey of change, using the power of daily positive affirmations to help you manifest the life you desire. Trust that by the end of this video, you will have all the tools to start shaping your world from within. Before we begin, take a deep breath, center yourself, and let's prepare to dive into the affirmations that will shift your mindset and your life. As we go through this journey together, I encourage you to repeat these affirmations out loud and feel the energy shift within you. Affirmations hold an incredible power to transform our lives, but what exactly is it about these simple statements that can produce such profound change? The key lies in the connection between our thoughts and our reality. What we think, we become. This powerful truth means that our thoughts aren't just fleeting notions. They shape how we perceive the world, how we react, and, ultimately, how we live. Every thought creates a neural pathway in our brain. When we repeat a thought, that pathway becomes stronger, creating a more ingrained belief. The beauty of affirmations is that they help us consciously choose the thoughts we want to strengthen, whether it's self-love, success, or abundance. Think about this: when you say an affirmation like, "I am worthy of success," your brain doesn't just hear a set of words. It begins to look for evidence to support that belief. Repeating affirmations consistently, especially positive ones, helps your mind discard old, limiting beliefs and replace them with new, empowering ones. This process of reprogramming is not immediate, but with dedication, it can lead to lasting changes in how you view yourself and your potential. But why is repetition so important? Repetition is the cornerstone of any habit or mindset shift. The more you repeat your affirmations, the more your brain rewires itself. Just like learning a new skill, repetition ingrains the belief deeper into your subconscious. And that is where true transformation happens, deep within your mind. You're not just saying words, you're creating new realities, new pathways, and new opportunities for yourself. Now, let's dive into some specific affirmations that can begin to shift your mindset and transform your life. These aren't just words, these are seeds you can plant in your mind to grow your own version of success, love, and abundance. I have the power to change my life. This affirmation is the cornerstone of transformation. It's a reminder that you hold the power to shape your destiny. We often feel helpless when we're caught in circumstances, but the truth is, every small choice you make shapes your future. I vividly remember the first time I said this affirmation with conviction. I felt a surge of energy, as if I were waking up from a long slumber. I realized that I didn't have to be defined by my past. I could create a future filled with purpose and passion. Every time I felt overwhelmed or uncertain, I would repeat this affirmation, and it helped ground me in my own agency. I am worthy of love, success, and happiness. Many of us are conditioned to doubt our worthiness, thinking that we must earn love or success. This affirmation helps you break free from that limiting mindset. Your worth is not defined by your achievements or what others think of you, it's inherent within you. Reflect for a moment on the people you love. You don't measure their worth based on their accomplishments, do you? You love them simply because they are who they are. Now, apply that same love and respect to yourself. You are worthy of love, success, and happiness because you exist. Period. I am grateful to live an abundant life. Gratitude is one of the most powerful forces in the universe. When you shift your focus to what you already have, whether it's good health, supportive relationships, or opportunities, you begin to see more of it in your life. Gratitude doesn't just boost your mood, it shifts your energy. I've experienced firsthand how practicing gratitude daily has expanded my life. There were days when I felt down or discouraged, but simply acknowledging the small blessings in my life, a kind word from a friend, the beauty of nature, or the roof over my head, lifted my spirits and attracted even more reasons to be grateful. I attract positivity and opportunities effortlessly. This affirmation embodies the flow of energy. When you radiate positivity, the universe mirrors it. The more you focus on the good, the more good comes your way. I remember a time when I was unsure about my career path. I started using this affirmation, and slowly, opportunities started to appear. I received unexpected offers, met new mentors, and felt doors opening in ways I never expected. It's not about forcing opportunities to happen, it's about aligning your energy to attract them effortlessly. Let me share a personal story that truly highlights the power of affirmations. A few years ago, I felt stuck in almost every area of my life. My job felt unfulfilling, my relationships were strained, and I struggled to connect with my purpose. But during this time, I made a commitment to myself. I would integrate affirmations into my daily routine and see what happened. One affirmation that really stood out to me was, "I am living a life of love, joy, and fulfillment." At first, I said it half-heartedly, not fully believing in it. But I stuck with it, repeating it every morning. Over time, I started noticing subtle shifts in my life. My work became more meaningful. I started attracting people who shared my values and positivity. I felt more at ease, more connected to my inner self. The transformation wasn't instant, but every day I felt a little closer to the life I envisioned. This was a slow process, but affirmations gave me the space to believe that change was possible. With each affirmation, I was planting a seed of positivity that would eventually bloom into a beautiful, fulfilling reality. Life, of course, is never without its challenges. But with affirmations, we can face those challenges head-on. One of my favorite affirmations is, "I can overcome any challenge." This affirmation became my mantra during a particularly difficult time when I was facing a series of setbacks. I had lost my job, my health was suffering, and I felt incredibly isolated. But instead of allowing myself to stay stuck in negativity, I kept repeating, "I can overcome any challenge." At first, it felt like an empty phrase, but over time, it became my shield. I faced each challenge with a renewed sense of strength and resilience. I realized that challenges aren't obstacles, they are opportunities to grow. And with each hurdle I overcame, I became more confident in my ability to tackle whatever came next. Self-love is not just a buzzword, it's the foundation of all personal growth. It's the root from which everything else blossoms. Without self-love, it's difficult to truly experience happiness, fulfillment, or success. We often give our love and energy to others, sometimes neglecting our own needs in the process. However, we cannot pour from an empty cup. I have personally learned the hard way that self-love is not selfish, it's necessary. Without it, we start to feel drained, overwhelmed, and disconnected from our true selves. One of the most transformative affirmations I've ever embraced is, "I honor myself by setting healthy boundaries." At first, this felt unnatural. For much of my life, I allowed others to dictate how I spent my time and energy. I said yes to things I didn't want to do, whether it was taking on extra responsibilities at work, attending social events when I needed rest, or caring for others at the expense of my own well-being. And while I wanted to help, I found myself running on empty. I became resentful, overwhelmed, and burnt out. But the moment I started honoring myself, truly respecting my needs and limitations, everything shifted. I began to say no without guilt, and it felt empowering. I began to put myself first in ways I had never done before. Setting boundaries became a form of self-respect. It meant protecting my time, my energy, and my mental health. And as I did, I felt my energy return. I became more present, more focused, and more connected with the people and projects that truly aligned with my purpose. Setting boundaries is not about being harsh or selfish, it's about recognizing your worth and your need for self-preservation. When you honor your limits, you can show up fully for yourself and others. This act of self-respect doesn't just benefit you, it creates a ripple effect in every area of your life. When you prioritize your well-being, you can give from a place of abundance rather than depletion. Affirmations are not just something to be said once and forgotten. To truly harness their power, they must be woven into the fabric of your daily life. The mind is like a garden. If you plant seeds of positivity, water them consistently, and give them the right conditions to grow, they will flourish. But if you plant seeds and never nurture them, they won't sprout. To integrate affirmations into your life, start by making them a part of your morning routine. The morning sets the tone for the rest of the day, so this is a critical time to practice affirmations. I recommend saying them aloud, ideally in front of a mirror. Looking into your own eyes while repeating these affirmations reinforces the truth of your words. It's as if you're telling your reflection, I believe in you, and I am ready to receive the blessings you deserve. Write your affirmations down in a journal, too. This simple act of writing helps solidify them in your mind and makes them tangible. You can also post them on sticky notes around your house, on your bathroom mirror, by your desk, or near your bed, so that they are always in sight. The more you see your affirmations, the more they become a natural part of your subconscious. But affirmations are not just for the morning. When you face challenges throughout your day, whether it's a difficult task at work, a tough conversation, or a personal obstacle, repeat your affirmations quietly to yourself. In these moments, they become a lifeline. When life feels overwhelming, saying, I have the power to change my life or I can overcome any challenge can ground you and remind you of your inherent strength. Over time, affirmations become second nature. They shift your mindset from one of scarcity and doubt to one of abundance and possibility. You'll notice that instead of reacting to challenges with fear or anxiety, you approach them with calm and confidence. This shift may seem subtle at first, but over time, it becomes undeniable. Change is the only constant in life, and yet, many of us resist it. We cling to the familiar, even when it no longer serves us, because it feels safe. But growth does not happen in the comfort zone. I embrace change and welcome growth. This affirmation has been my anchor during times of uncertainty. When life presents new opportunities, challenges, or transitions, it's easy to become fearful or overwhelmed. But every change holds the seed of growth, even if we can't see it at first. I recall a time in my life when I had to move to a new city for a job. The change was overwhelming: new environment, new people, and an entirely new way of life. At first, I was paralyzed by fear. Would I fit in? Would I succeed in this new role? But instead of resisting the change, I chose to embrace it. I reminded myself daily, I embrace change and welcome growth. Slowly, the discomfort began to ease. I started to see the potential for personal growth in this new chapter of my life. I learned new skills, met new people, and found strength in my ability to adapt. Change can be uncomfortable, but it is often the catalyst for our most significant transformations. It forces us to grow, to expand our boundaries, and to evolve. I have found that when I embrace change rather than resist it, I open myself up to new possibilities and experiences that I never would have encountered otherwise. Instead of fearing change, I now welcome it with open arms. Every time I face a new challenge or a shift in my life, I see it as an opportunity to evolve into the person I'm meant to be. The discomfort of change is temporary, but the growth it brings is lasting. So, as you continue on your journey, remember that change is not something to fear. It's something to embrace. With every change, you grow, you evolve, and you step closer to the highest version of yourself. Now, I encourage you to take action. Commit to saying these affirmations every day for 21 days, and watch how your life transforms. Trust the process, believe in yourself, and know that every step you take brings you closer to the life you desire. You are capable. You are worthy. And you are powerful. The life you deserve is just one thought away. If you're ready to begin your transformative journey, subscribe to the Healing Room, where we'll continue to explore ways to heal, grow, and empower ourselves. Share your experiences with affirmations in the comments below, and let's support each other in creating the life we've always dreamed of. Sending you love, light, and endless possibilities. Namaste.